And Jesus said, "Love your brother like your own soul. Guard him like the pupil of your eye." The Gospel of Thomas, saying 25. And friends, as I do every day, I'd like to tell you an inspirational story based on this saying. Josh lived in a city that never seemed to sleep. Every morning he joined thousands of others, crammed into trains and buses, earbuds in, scrolling through phones, faces hidden. To him, people seemed like shadows, always near but never truly present. He often thought, everyone's just surviving on their own. No one has time to care about anyone else. One cold, rainy evening after a long day at work, Josh boarded a crowded subway. The train smelled faintly of wet coats and coffee. Seats were full. The people stood shoulder to shoulder. At the far end of the car, Josh noticed a man sitting alone. His jacket was ripped, shoes soaked through, and his hair matted down with rain. Everyone else gave him a wide berth, pretending he wasn't there. Josh almost did the same, until that saying of Jesus echoed inside him like a bell. Love your brother like your own soul. Guard him like the pupil of your eye. He hesitated. It would be easier to stand quietly, scroll his phone, and ignore the man like everyone else. But something in those words wouldn't let him. He walked over and sat down beside the man. "Rough night?" Josh asked. The man lifted his head slowly. His eyes were weary, his face lined with more years of struggle than his age suggested. "Rough year," he said with a half smile. Josh didn't try to fill the silence with cliches. He listened. The man's name was David. Once he had been a carpenter with steady work, but an injury had left him unable to keep his job. Bills piled up, his family grew distant, and when hope slipped away, bad choices followed. "One day you wake up," David said, "and realize you've lost more than your home. You've lost yourself." The train screeched into Josh's stop. His heart tugged. He could leave now, telling himself he had listened, done enough. But again, the words pressed. Guard him like the pupil of your eye. Josh thought of his own eyes, how instinctively he blinked, shielded, and protected them from harm. What if loving David required that same urgency? He made a decision. "Come on," Josh said gently. "Let's get you warm and dry." They stopped at a diner where Josh bought David a hot meal. As steam rose from the plate, David's hands trembled while he ate, murmuring thanks between bites. Josh noticed the stares from other customers, but he didn't care. He walked David to a nearby shelter he knew and stayed until he was checked in. Before leaving, Josh gave him his spare coat. But it didn't stop there. Over the next weeks, Josh kept visiting. He bought coffee, shared stories, and helped David fill out job applications. For the first time in years, David felt seen, not as a burden, but as a brother. Months later, Josh was waiting for the train when he heard someone call his name. Turning, he saw David, clean-shaven, standing tall, with new clothes and a wide smile. You guarded me when I was nothing, David said, gripping Josh's hands. Not just with food or a coat, but with love. You treated me like family when I couldn't even see myself as human. That's what saved me. Tears stung Josh's eyes. He realized Jesus' words weren't just a call to kindness. They were a blueprint for transformation. And friends, when Jesus said, "Love your brother like your own soul, guard him like the pupil of your eye," he was showing us the radical depth of true love. We instinctively protect our eyes from danger. In the same way, we must protect the dignity, hope, and worth of others, even when the world looks away. Josh discovered that love isn't measured in convenience, but in commitment. It's not just about offering charity, but about walking alongside someone until they can walk on their own. And friends, I'd like you to take this with you today. In a world where it's easy to pass by those who are struggling, whether a stranger on the street, co-workers quietly battling depression, or even family members drifting away, Jesus calls us to see them, protect them, and love them as we would love our own soul. And that kind of love, my friends, changes lives. God bless you.